From the automotive capital of the world, we get a look at a venue that pays homage to that industry. Welcome to Ford Field here in Detroit, Michigan. Coming up, a contest that looks real good on paper between the Buffalo Bills and the Detroit Lions. Thank you all so much for finding time in your Thanksgiving holiday to join us. Brock Heward and Kate Scott here with you. And Brock, it's an annual tradition. We have a game in Detroit and a game in Dallas every year on this day. It's part of the old John Madden Thanksgiving celebration.
Yeah, and you can just feel, John, right? I just feel him as I got these headsets on and getting a chance and the privilege to call this game. It's become a part of people's celebration of the holiday every year. And I wish for every player in the league they got a chance at least once to play in a Thanksgiving Day game because there really is a unique feel to it. You feel it in the building right now that you really don't get in any other contest.
On the return, there's Ray Davis. So here come the Bills for their opening drive. They're led out by one of the faces of this sport, Brock, a one-of-one quarterback who graduated from humble beginnings in Wyoming. It's Josh Allen.
And if he could only flip that 3-to-1 ratio, have it be 3 touchdowns to 1 pick instead of the other way around, I think we'd have seen that loss flip to a win as well. Clean slate this week. We'll see what he's done to address the showing from his last time out.
And he's going to get this one to the 36-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
Let's see, Kate. Establish a run, cash in on the opening drive, and play from in front. That's the dream scenario to any contest, and runs like that gets the ball rolling.
First down, and they go right back to it. A look at his numbers on the ground from last week here.
Taken down at the 41. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Going right back to Davis. And he's going to take this down to the opposing 44. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
I call that a table setter right there. Table setter for yourself as a team in that huddle, gaining confidence on the ground, and you know that's going to set the table for some great play action pass to come.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. Play action now with Allen. Going deep here for the end zone. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got 2nd down. Went for that big shot. They wanted to get that highlight the first time they touched the football.
Now, this group likes to be aggressive. An early incompletion's not going to deter them. Sharpshooters, they don't stop shooting threes because of one brick. And they won't stop pushing this ball down the field either. This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
That's a throw at this level. With so much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. It'll be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
4th down. Here's Allen. Got his man. Shakir has it. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. Pushing the pace right away to start the game.
That's another Bills. First down.
First down throw for Allen. On it, and he nearly picked it. So couldn't hang on in the end. The offense got lucky on a risky throw there. It's 2nd down.
That was it. That was their chance to escape this series. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points, and that was their ticket off the field. Unfortunately, they just couldn't quite hang on.
And they're going to be working from the red zone as he reaches the 16. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down. Upping the tempo with some hurry-up offense. Going to the ground again on first. Fights his way through a tackle. And he's stopped as we get closer to our first points of this ball game. It's going to be 1st and goal now. Now after that snap, there's an injured Lion still out there. We'll get a stoppage here as they go out to look at him. This drive has been excellent. A few shots now. It's starting with 6 as they come up on it. 1st and goal. Johnson does not get in. His push is stopped just short of that goal line. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock them behind the sticks. Job well done there. This coordinator tried to show some trust and belief with his offense. A run after a negative run? Well, you lose a lot of equity and belief in that coordinator. I don't think he's going to try a third run after back-to-back negative losses.
And it's incomplete on 3rd and goal. That throw doesn't lead to 6. So now they're left with 4th and goal.
4th down and goal.
And they apparently don't want a field goal to start this game. They want 6. They're going for it. They'll go. Allen. And he has the Buffalo touchdown. The Bills finish up an excellent opening series. Dalton Kincaid with the touchdown. Once it became goal-to-goal, Brock, that field goal team just didn't feel like they were ever going to see the field. This team was committed to making a statement on the opening series, even if it meant leaving the offense out there on 4th and goal.
Yeah, I think that's really well said, Kate, for a couple reasons. Number one, you do get a chance to finish, right? So you do all this work to get there, you want to finish it. But you also know if you don't get it, well, you set your opponent up with some really bad field position. I love that decision.
Tyler Bass on now for the extra point. The point after splits the upright. And the Bills will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Lions, nothing.
Kick this away. Scott now to return. A pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. So the Lions take the field for their first drive. They're led out by someone who's fought through the doubters all through his career, and he just keeps putting up numbers. Jared Goff.
And all those touchdowns he had last week, Kate, he traded every one of them in exchange for a victory. It's team over individual for him. So even though he himself is coming off the exact type of showing you want, that kind of efficiency usually wins you games, you're not happy about it. And he will be focusing on rectifying those things here.
Only one play in, Brock, and this drive already at midfield.
Lions, first down.
On first down, it's Gibbs. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3. There's an injury out there after the play, and that's Amon-Ra St. Brown, who's being looked at by the medical staff. Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Off play action, Goff. That's incomplete on 2nd down.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down. Putting the tight end in motion. Goff on 3rd. That's complete to Slaw. That's the first down, and he's still going. He will go! Touchdown, Detroit! The Lions finish off their opening drive. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period, end of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
One right down the middle. And the Lions start off well to tie things 7-7. After tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. This manages to get just beyond that 30-yard line. The Bills and Khalil Shakir headed out on offense now. And so far, with a chunk of the season gone, you can see he's been the league's most productive receiver in terms of yardage. New set of downs for him from the 31. Counter give here to Davis. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now second down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Second down run by Davis. Well, a lot of effort there, partner, but no results. He fought through that one stop, but only managed to get back to the line of scrimmage. Lions in the nickel. This is third down. They'll throw. Third and long. Complete beyond the marker. And they'll stop him here, but not before he gets out to the 47-yard line. Well, so far, they've got to be pretty happy with how he's been leading their offense. It has been a great start.
And I'd hesitate to say it's only going to get better, especially if they really decide to keep running this offense through that quarterback's arm.
Here's first and 10 from the 47. Davis takes it straight ahead. On the move, past the 40. And he takes it down to the 33. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, let's give them a little love right here, okay? They don't always get the attention they deserve on a broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
First down now, ball at the 33. Johnson up the middle. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Left side into the hands of Shakir. And they're going to be set up at the 11 after that play. They got 21 yards on the play. And the Bills have a first down. No doubt they'll take a repeat of how this game began, Brock, and that play has them on their way towards it.
Scripting for success. They'll keep pressing the advantage, too, until some resistance has got to finally appear.
They'll come up on first and 10. Davis up the middle. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play. Everybody rushing back to the line. Allen. He's got it in close. So a solid gain there, Brock, but still third down and short that they've got to figure out now as they pick up 9 on that previous play.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. And this is going to be a Buffalo touchdown. The Bills break the tie here in the first. Keon Coleman, the touchdown. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
Bass on for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Bills take the lead here, 14-7 in the first.
Lions 7. Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
Bass now to kick this away. Here's a return from the 7. And decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. So the Lions headed out for their second drive of the game. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch your breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
Down at the 30-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Another one for Gibbs. He's going to be taken down here after he takes it to the 45. Pick up 14 yards on that one. And that is good for a Detroit first down.
Danger, Kate. Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
On first down, right back to Gibbs. Makes a cut to the right sideline. And this play is nearly going to reach that 25-yard line. Defender there to take him out just short of it. And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10.
Lions, first down.
Running it with David Montgomery. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
Taken down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
We're 1 quarter closer to some turkey as we reach the end of one on Thanksgiving. It's a 14-7 game. We're back to Ford Field right after this. Back and beginning the 2nd quarter. Lions in possession. They're advancing it well as they face 2nd down. Goff tosses that quickly out wide. And the defense waiting for him at the line, and he goes down.
It was as if the defense knew what play was coming. That was a play they knew they could defend, and boy, did they ever, stopping it right at the line of scrimmage.
So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. Third and long for him here. Has him on the quick hitter. And he needed a little more room to reach that line. The stop is made in time. That brings up 4th down.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
All right, they made the red zone, and it's touchdown or bust, it seems. They were lining up to go for this. They'll go for it. Goff. It's on target to Williams. And they come through to stay on the field. That is enough to set this offense up with a 1st and goal.
As a quarterback, you just know in that situation, when you go for it on 4th down, it may mean sometimes throwing into double coverage. But if you're going to go for it, at least give your guy a shot to make a play. And against really long odds,
and he runs it across. Touchdown! The Lions can tie it up in the 2nd after cutting into the lead. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
That one splits the uprights. And the Lions tie things up at 14. We've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Fielded at the 7. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Bills are headed out, and we're going to see Ray Davis. And he has run roughshod over them in this opening half. Pretty sure this is the exact kind of start that he was hoping to have here. Buffalo offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Now start with a give to Davis. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards. And after this play, there's a Lion out there who got the worst of it. He's in some discomfort as they head out to check on him. After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. They'll go again with Davis. And this one breaks beautifully as they're going to get it forward to their own 45. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Offense there, Kate, went heavy with that 13 personnel. 1 back, 3 tight ends, and those 3 added blockers. Just the element they needed to spring that run.
On 1st down, Allen. This is reeled in by Joshua Palmer. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that's good for a Buffalo first. Not in a time crunch just yet, but they're hurrying to the line anyway. Running out of the gun with Davis. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Kirby Joseph up for the stop. Allen wants to push the pace.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Takes the 2nd down snap. Big strike downfield to Coleman. And he's going to get this down to the 9. That puts him in goal to go.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
From the red zone now. Another one caught by Coleman. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That playbook wide open.
Davis will not get past the line. He's held up at the 4. Offense in the hurry up now.
It's 3rd and goal.
3rd and goal for Allen. And that one's too far in front of him, so now they're facing 4th down.
It's hard for me to get too mad at him for missing a touchdown when he's already got 2 in his pocket. Maybe fantasy managers might not agree with me on this one, Kate. But don't worry, as hot as he is, I bet you a 3rd one's coming at some point.
On 4th down, Allen brings it in. And they got the connection, but not the touchdown. He's taken down. That's a turnover on down.
You know, these 4th down plays are all about trust. You lean into what you do best. Unfortunately, with the lack of execution, you're going to throw that one off the playlist.
We'll start on the ground with Gibbs. Escapes a defender. And he's going to get this one to about the 22 before they take him down. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And the Lions have a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 22.
Off the play fake. Here's Goff. He puts some air under it deep down the left. Brought in inside the 20. And he has this down to the 14-yard line.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You've got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
He brings it in. And they shove him out. Looks like he got about 6 before they did so. It's 2nd down.
There's no routes on the old proverbial route tree, Kate, that takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
Looking for a pass on 2nd and short. There's another one to Williams. The stop is made after a gain of 6. That's going to make it 1st and goal.
gain of 6.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
Gibbs. And that right there is the start of what could be a goal line stand. They hit him for a loss on first and goal.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
After the loss, it's second and goal from the 5. Defense showing blitz. Goff. Screen here for Gibbs. He's hit and driven backwards. This is going to force him into third and goal.
Kate, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
Third and goal now from the 6 after that last play. Out of the shotgun, Goff. He's got it. And he's in for the Detroit touchdown. The Lions take a second-quarter lead. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
That one right down the middle. The Bills are going to go ahead and call their first time out. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Fox now to kick this one away. On the return, here comes Davis. He's stopped on the run back of the 27. The Bills and Khalil Shakir headed out on offense now. And he's up over 80 receptions on the season. An impressive number, and it's good enough to sit him among the league's best as well. All right, starting in the pistol this time, Brock. First and 10. Davis off the pistol handoff. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be second and 8.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Into heavy coverage, and that's intercepted. And the Lions take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season. The Detroit offense to the line. Here's first and 10. Straight ahead with Gibbs. And he's taken down as they very quickly get into first and goal.
It's a gain of 16 yards. That's good for the Lions. First down.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from first down in just one play. But when you get that big play potential on the ground, geez, it just infuses your offensive confidence.
And he's out of bounds at the 3. Nearly got to the end zone there. Setting up, second and goal.
Brings up second and goal at the 3-yard line.
Gibbs launches, and he's got it. Touchdown! The Lions grow their lead just before halftime. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
That one splits the uprights. And the Lions double their lead to 14.
Bills 14.
Fox now to kick this one away. On the return, here comes Davis. And He's going to make this to the 28 before going down.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
All right, Bills to the line now. First and 10. First and 10. Here's Allen. Caught, nice gain left side. And he is stopped as he reaches that 46-yard line. And with a half a football left to play, we can see already how close he is to that 100-yard mark in this game. Gotta think that he stands a good chance of reaching it with plenty of time left to go.
First down, Bills.
Back to Shakir. This is caught. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. Bills moving quickly now. They're in the hurry up.
Another Bills. First down.
Allen now on first down. He put everything he had into this one. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on first down, but just couldn't make the connection.
Incomplete.
From the 40, here comes second and 10.
On the coverage.
Again, Allen to the air. He's looking deep once again. Catch is made in close. And he will not score, but that does set him up, Brock, with first and goal, less than a yard away from the end zone.
That's another Bills. First down. First and goal, Buffalo.
Davis is in for the Buffalo touchdown. The Bills make it a one-score game before halftime. Well, great work there, Brock. They weathered the storm, and now they've gotten themselves right back into this ball game.
Anybody who's played this game has been here before. The game doesn't start the way you want. You're in a big hole, and all you can do is climb out of it. And the words of Pete Carroll resonate. It's not how you start, it's how you finish.
Extra point up and good from Bass. And the Bills chop the lead in half. It's down to 7.
Bills 21.
Just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. The Lions and Jahmyr Gibbs back out on offense. They're up by 7. Let's see if they choose to rest on that and just go into the locker room. All right, Lions just about ready. First and 10. They send a tight end in motion. To the air on first down. Here's Goff. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time. That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to third down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
He's going to be stopped right around the 37. So we have a one-score game here at the break. Now it's time for the EA Sports Halftime Report. Scott Hansen, take it away.
Okay, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone. Scott Hansen here on the 5th floor studios. A little abridged version of the halftime report here, as both defensive coordinators might be having speaks with their players. That begs the question, can any defense get a stop in the second half? To find out, let's go back out to the stadium and join our commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Hewer.
Thanks for that update, Scotch. Welcome back, everyone, for the third quarter. Got a one-touchdown game here as we get you back down to the field. Well, if you love high-scoring games, no doubt you have been glued to your television so far. And no signs of slowing down as we begin our second half. They'll have decent field position to begin with here. Brock's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. The Lions and Jahmyr Gibbs back out on offense. They've certainly had no issues scoring, but their opponents have been right there with them, so they can really use some more points on this drive. They'll bring the tight end in motion. A give to Gibbs to start the third. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Catch is made down the right sideline. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. That's 16 on the pickup. And that is good for a Detroit first down.
At the 46-yard line.
Handoff running left. Here's Gibbs. On the move, past the 40. There he goes again. And he will get this to the end zone for a Detroit touchdown. The Lions grow the lead coming out of halftime. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. His third of the game on the ground.
Okay, we hear week after week how hard it is to run the football at the NFL level, and it is. But this guy today, he's making it look easy, and they rarely do that from the running back position.
That one right down the middle. And the Lions double their lead to 14. Fox now to kick this one away. Fields this one at the 3. And he's brought down just inside the 25. The Bills and quarterback Josh Allen ready to get back to work now on offense. And as he continues lighting up the stat sheets this season, we can see he's still chasing one man for the NFL lead in passing yardage. The Buffalo offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Play action now with Allen. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. This is a guy who's used to embracing contact, Brock. Usually makes catches in spite of it, but I guess it's tough for anybody to make a play every time.
Yeah, I think these tight ends today, Kate, spend as much time in the old ice bath as just about anybody. And when you don't make that catch and you take the contact, well, that stings like the first seconds in the ice.
Got his man. Shakir has it. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. This game has already been a good one for him, Brock. And hey, there's still time. He could add on even more.
And you just feel his aggressive mindset all game long. As long as there's time left, he's going to want to keep on firing and turn a good performance into a great one.
1st and 10 now from the 46. Handoff here to Davis. Breaks the tackle. It's a great extra effort to keep that run going for a nice gain. We get a stoppage here. One of their big blockers up front. In some pain following that play. He's being attended to. Going right back to Davis. Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. He can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain.
Right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, that's just about textbook defense and how to shut down an RPO. The coverage was tight, the numbers were up, and then the bodies were there to stuff that run before it could get going.
Lions going to the dime look here on 3rd down. 6 DBs out there. Throwing now on 3rd and 2. Yet again, he finds Shakir. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. If only every game could go like this for him, right? He's been fed targets, and it seems like he's not just been able to bring them in, but he's been making good things happen every time he gets that football.
I'm having Marvin Harrison flashbacks right now, Kate. Being on the sidelines, watching that guy work, and in games like this, moments like this, where you can't feed him enough because that defense just simply has no answers.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
On the handoff, here's Davis. And it's another 1st down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal. Offense working quickly.
11 more yards. That's another Bills.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
Operating from the gun, it's Allen. Cut near the goal line. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. Johnson. And he's in for the touchdown. The Bills start the 2nd half with some needed points. A lot of pressure on him in that moment, Brock. Find a way to score. Don't let it go to 4th and goal. And he finds a way to come through and gets in the end zone for 6.
How about the other side? Beating the defense right there as well. That group who was so close to pulling off the goal line stand, yet all that motivation wasn't enough to stop them on 3rd and goal.
That one splits the uprights. And the Bills chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. Just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Return starts at the 3. This makes it up to the 25. The Lions and Jahmyr Gibbs back out on offense. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this 3rd quarter. The Detroit offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Drive begins with Gibbs. And he's out of bounds. Defenders get there to drive him out right near that 40-yard line. Big shot to begin the drive has him up beyond the 40. First down, and they go right back to him. He surges ahead for 5. Make it 2nd down.
Really good patience right there. It's hard to do for runners in this league because these holes close up so fast. But he was patient, he was explosive, and he got a nice little gain on the ground.
That's complete to Sam Laporta. And he hangs on to that football, Brock, through a well-timed tackle. Nice gain. They're down to the 36. That play good for 17 and a 1st down. Defenders in the area, they still make the connection, Brock. It almost looked like it was just another throw on the practice field.
Yeah, this is how you just develop that just trust factor, that connection. We see it with QBs and tight ends, and the best of them make it look easy.
On 1st down, it's Gibbs. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Ed Oliver there to make the stop.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Again, it's Gibbs. Nothing doing on 2nd. They get to him behind the line. Now it's going to be 3rd and longer. That one felt kind of counterintuitive there, Brock. They load up the line with that extra blocking, and then the run goes out to the edge anyway.
That's right. You put 2 tight ends on the field, yeah, you can live with a stalemate. It's hard to move people in the NFL, but you do not want to go backwards.
It's on target to Williams. And he's going to take this down to the 11-yard line. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the 1st down.
That's another Detroit Lions 1st down. 1st and 10.
Working inside the red zone. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions take a 13-point lead. I should know this by now, Brock. I don't know if you're a Broadway guy, but there's a lot of names that belong on the playbill for this lead we've got here, but his name belongs on the marquee as he brings in his 2nd touchdown grab.
Yeah, a bunch of contributors all throughout this roster. No, bro. And with 2 scores now, it's what, a 2-score game? Easy to see he's been one of the key actors throughout.
Appreciate the honesty. Fox now to kick this one away. He fields it from the 8. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Bills and this running back headed back out for a new series. And we've seen some matching touchdowns as of late, so the scoring coming at a good clip, Brock. Let's see if they can keep this up.
You know what's fun, Kate? After all of these years, I have friends that are offensive guys, friends that are defensive guys. And my friends watching this one offensively love it. The defensive guys, they're climbing up their walls.
2nd down run by Davis. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Up from the secondary, and it's Rake Straw on the tackle. They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6. They'll air it out on 3rd. This one's quickly to Shakir. And the pass is stopped before it can get to the first. Great tackle there to bring up fourth down. A full quarter to go, but they feel like they got to make their move now. They are going for this. They will go. It's Allen. And they'll turn it over on downs as that pass comes up empty and off the field they go.
50% hit rate on fourth down, while not horrible, to me signifies something even more important, Kate, and that's that this offense is going to continue to be aggressive. It's been their mindset throughout, and I don't think it's going to change anytime soon.
1st and 10 from the 32. Oh, looks like the defense got a little too excited there, and that's going to be a penalty.
Encroachment, defense.
Broke the plane before the snap, and that's going to give the offense some free yardage. Encroachment on that previous play, and that makes this a much shorter 1st and 5. Option play. Here's Montgomery. And the drive starts out small, just 1 yard on that play.
One thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
Offensive line. This is 2nd and 4. Handoff to Gibbs from the gun. They'll cobble together a yard there. That was T.J. Sanders on the tackle. 3rd and just 2 to go.
Brings up 3rd down and 2.
They'll toss it to Gibbs. And this is going to go in the wrong direction. He loses just about the amount of yards they needed to get there. It's going to be 4th down. The decision is to take the 3. Out comes the field goal unit for this try. Ball on the right hash, 48 yards out. And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. Just 1 quarter standing between these teams and Turkey in this Thanksgiving contest. And when we resume play, it'll be with a kickoff.
Jack Fox to kick
Fox
off
now to
for
kick
the
this one
Lions.
away. On the return, here comes Davis. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Bills and Khalil Shakir headed out on offense now. And I think by this point we can all agree, Brock, that he is not going to be stopped until the clock stops at the end of this game. He just continues to make catches count in this second half. Drive begins with a run by Johnson. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle. Now after battling on that run, we see one of their linemen appears to be injured and in need of some attention. Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Allen on the play action. Put the body on the line for his team. They're going to be set up with a 1st down after a nice gain there as he's down by contact.
And the Bills, 1st down.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. That was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
On 1st down, Allen bails out of the pocket quick. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Kate, this quarterback gets out of the pocket, genuinely a coin toss whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put in the air. Sigh of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
No luck on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. Back to the air, Allen. They find Johnson out of the backfield. He's right up next to that 1st down. Doesn't quite get there. Gain of 9. That brings up 3rd and short.
Brings up 3rd and inches.
Allen gonna throw again. Johnson once more. And he'll get them enough for a 1st down.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
Caught for big yards on the right side. And this is going to get him into the red zone. He's at the 18-yard line. A 28-yard pickup there. And the Bills have a 1st down. Allen wants to push the pace.
10 at the 18-yard line.
From the red zone on first. To the end zone, but incomplete. Took their shot there on first down, Brock, but don't come away with any points just yet. After the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and 10. To the air again, Allen. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills get it back to within 2 possessions. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
So Allen lining the Bills up to go for 2.
The Bills are lining up for a 2-point conversion.
Sending him up the middle. And he gets in for the 2. Successful conversion there, but it's still a 9-point deficit. Still a 2-possession game.
36.
Defense perhaps a little too worried about the pass there, partner, and as a result, they're able to run it in for 2.
It really becomes a numbers game down here. And you see a lot of teams employ this, right? If there's numbers there against the pass, we're going to be committed to running. If they stack the box, we got to be willing to throw it. In this case, it was a numbers advantage and the simplest path for 2 points.
And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. Dan Campbell getting his Lions offense ready to go for a new series. And they're already up by 2 scores, Brock, but another one here would really put this one out of reach. All right, Lions just about ready. 1st and 10. Off the gut they go with Gibbs. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. And we'll pause now. Looks like we had an injury on the play. Working to identify who it was. And yeah, it's Jahmyr Gibbs who's getting looked at by the trainers. Gave away a couple on the first down run. Now it's going to be 2nd and 12. Goff to the air now. That's caught by Montgomery. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped.
David Montgomery. A gain of 10 brings up 3rd and 1.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. Now try to run for it with Montgomery. And this is going to go in the wrong direction. He loses just about the amount of yards they needed to get there. It's going to be 4th down.
Jack Fox in
The Lions readying for the punt. Only punted once in last week's loss, and he gets this one away. Fields this at the 19. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. The Bills and quarterback Josh Allen ready to get back to work now on offense. All right, Bills to the line now. 1st and 10. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember, but as you like to say, the defense would probably rather forget. Dalton Kincaid, the intended target there. So 2nd down coming up.
2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Back to throw now, Allen. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Allen wants to push the pace.
A loss of 11 yards. And it's
Here he goes, 3rd and long. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Ennis Ringstrom. So it's been a bit of a mixed bag for him, partner. He does have the 3 touchdowns in this game, but also now a couple of interceptions.
You almost feel like, Kate, he's seeing most of the picture on how to attack this defense, but just not quite all of it yet. It's largely been good, as he said. Some nice touchdowns as well. But there's still a couple of these looks in coverage that are giving him problems, and he's got to figure that picture out.
He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8. Now gone. Completed over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10.
That's good. For the Lions, first down.
A toss play, Montgomery. It's inside the 10. And he's out of bounds at the 6-yard line. 1st and goal coming up.
4 yards. That's another Detroit Lions first down.
They'll run here. It's Montgomery. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions could lock away the win as they make it a 15-point game. David Montgomery with the touchdown. Goff leading the offense back to the line. They're going for 2.
The Lions.
All right, they're going to throw for it.
Two-point conversion.
Drops back.
The attempt at the two-point conversion is
You spend all week on 2-point plays, trying to get to your best options, but ultimately sometimes the execution of that pass, it doesn't work.
Fox now to kick this one away. Returning it from the 4. And decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. The Bills offense all set for their next drive. And the question out there is, Brock, how early and often are they going to try passing here after they were picked off on the previous drive?
Well, I think the answer to that is how much trust does this play caller have in his quarterback? We're going to get to find out right now.
Buffalo offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Shaking off the pick quickly. He's going to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the drive begins with a rough first step there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
second down.
Allen to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll get it up to the 27. This drive is in trouble. Got to figure out 3rd and 12. Now throw. 3rd and long. And the defender's there to knock this away. And that effort means it's 4th down.
Okay, what I love about that play, everybody can see the pass breakup, the knock away. You can see the result. What you don't see are the fundamentals. The corner's job of mirroring that route, being stride for stride, and then having the great anticipation and timing to knock it away.
And that play doesn't get it done. We've got a turnover on down. The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts.
Well, I think every analytics book out there, Kate, said you got to go for it. You're in 4-down territory, down a couple scores here in the 4th. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover or stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback?
And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. Give him 13 on that play. And the Lions have a 1st down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Play action here with Goff. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. One of the tight ends motioning left. They go play action with Goff. Porter pulls it in along the sideline. He's forced out of bounds after a nice play there, but still, Brock, not enough to avoid 3rd down.
14 yards. Brings up 3rd down.
Trying to sneak here, Goff. He's fighting all he can, but won't get that final yard. They're going to have 4th down coming up.
Come on, Kate. Put me in. One play, one time. I may have retired back in 04, but I could pick up a couple inches on that sneak. Astounding that call did not turn into a 1st down. Come on, boys.
We've reached the 2-minute warning in Detroit. Lions close to picking up their 5th win. Well, we all know Dan Campbell not afraid of any risk. He had that call in right away. They're going for it. They'll go for it. Goff. And he will score. It's a Detroit touchdown. The Lions have likely locked up the win right there. It's a Sam Laporta touchdown. When you reach the status that he has around the league, Brock, Well, we all, at this point, expect him to be making plays like this when he's targeted down near the end zone.